leaving on that fucking nigga shit. Take a nigga bitch and then I pass it to.
Welcome back to another tutorial. Today it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be learning how to do a highlight effect this time. So as you can see, I've switched over to Premiere for doing highlight editing, as I find it's a lot easier, it's a lot more laid back, and it doesn't crash as much as After Effects does. So let's get started. What you're going to do first is make sure that you've got all the stuff that you need in your project area. Once you've done this, we're just going to drag in our song, and then we're going to find where we want the kill to be. So we want the clip to start right here.
Hey, lately been on that fuck.
Then you're just going to move it to where you want it to start.
Hey, lately been on that fucking nigga shit. Take.
This is where we're going to want the kill to happen, so right here. So we're going to set a marker. Then we're going to drag in our clip. So we've got this clip here. I'm going to move this audio track to the bottom so it gets out of the way. Then we're just going to trim, clip, and move it until we get the shotgun right on the kill. And then we just stretch it back out like that. So now we've got it synced up, as you can see right here, when it gets to the beat drop, it goes right on the kill. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go 1, 2, 3 frames back from where the shot happened. Once we have our clip synced up to where we want it to happen, right here, we're going to go about a second back. So we're going to go about 60 frames back. So I'll be back once I've done that. Once you've gone about a second back, you're going to select your first clip, and then you're going to split the clip like that. Control C. Make sure that you only have one of the above of these video tracks enabled. So we're going to select V2 and Control V. So once you've got your clip duplicated, we're going to be making a mask. So we're going to select our pen tool, and this bit takes forever. So I advise you now, only do this effect if you have patience. So what we're going to go and do is go to the first frame of this duplicated clip, and we're going to make a mask. And we're going to make the mask just a rough mask, it doesn't have to be good. And I'm doing it extremely rough because this is just a tutorial, and I don't want to have to spend another hour making a mask. So once you've made your mask, all you're going to have to do is for each individual frame make a new mask. So the way to do this would be to keyframe the mask path, go to the next keyframe, select the mask, and then move each point until it covers the areas that you want, like that. And then you do that for every single frame. So I'll be back once I've done that. We have made a mask for every single frame, like this, and it follows around the character. You're going to make sure to set the feather to about 120. It could be less, it could be more, it's all preference. But once you've done that, we're going to type up in the effects panel, I'm going to type up s_edge detect. And what we're going to do with the edge detect is drag it onto this top clip here with the mask. And as you can see right now, it's giving it edges. So all we're going to do is we're just going to change this a bit. We're going to turn the edge smooth to 0, the brightness to about 0.5, saturation to about 1.3, and then play around with these settings here until you get a colour you like. I just turn off the green to make it purple, and then maybe turn down the brightness to about 0.3, like that. Once you've done this, we're going to type up again s_glow, drag on s_glow, set the brightness to 1, set the width to 0.5, and the Y to 0.5 as well. Maybe turn down the brightness if you want, again, all preference. But once you've done that, you should have something that looks like this. So once we've done this with the top clip, we're going to go to this bottom clip below it. We're going to set a keyframe for opacity. We're going to go to the end and change the opacity to about 70%, like that. So that way it gets slightly darker, but not too dark. And this is where we're going to type up BCC tritone. If you have hotspots, use hotspots, as that looks a lot better. But for some reason it doesn't come up whenever I search it. Next, we're going to change this mid color point to being completely black. And we're going to set the mix with original to 100. And then go to the end, and we're going to make it 0. Like that. And as we can see, it makes the purple blend in with the black. Once we've done this, I would then nest these clips, go to the marker, go 1, 2, 3 back, and then I'm going to apply my shake preset, And this is just how I apply it by going 3 frames back, because it has the velocity, it has the shake and the distort RGB all keyframed up. So let's see how that looks now.
That fucking nigga shit. Take a nigga bitch.
So once we got the shake added in as well, what we're then going to do, we're then going to nest these clips again. So highlight, right click, nest. Okay. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, split. Where it starts, which is about here. Split again. Hit V. Then we're going to type up s_shake. We're going to apply s_shake. And we're going to use these settings. So we're going to turn off that, that, and that. We're going to make sure everything's off in everything except Y. Once you're at Y shake, we're going to turn the Y rand amp off, the Y rand frequency off, and we're going to turn the Y wave amp to 36. Then we're just going to set a keyframe at the start for the amplitude and the frequency. Set them both to 0. Go to the marker, set the frequency to about 12 and the amplitude to 1, and then go to the end and set them to 0 again. We're then going to enable motion blur, highlight these keyframes, and we're just going to ease in and ease out all of these keyframes. Once we've done that, hit this drop down here, and this will bring up the graph. And we're going to want to bring this in like this, so it kind of speeds in. Same with the frequency. Just drop down the frequency, scroll down if you need. Pull this in like that, pull this in up there. Make this as angled down as you can without it going like that, because if it goes like that then it messes up. Something like that. Next, we're going to go about halfway, and we're going to add a scale. Go to the marker, set it to 110, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Set this one back to 100. Highlight, ease in, and ease up. And we're going to do the same graph that we did for the other one. So like that. This we'll do is we'll give a bit of a build up as well.
Shit. Take a nigga shit. Take a nigga bitch. Shit. Take a nigga bitch.
So we're almost done, but there's one last effect that we can do, and that's the audio starter. So we're going to go and find where we want that to start. So I want it to start about 1/3 the way in, so about here. So we're going to split, go 1, 2, split again, and go 1, 2, 3, then split, and then we're going to repeat that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And we're just going to delete all the 2. And we're just going to delete all the 2-frame audio tracks, like this. So we're just going to get rid of all of them, like that. Split it there. Select this one as well, and then bang. Let's listen to what that looks like now. So now we've got the audio starter. All that's left to do now is hit new item. We're going to make a new black video, make it 60 FPS, hit OK. I'm going to drag it on top of the sequence and make it start right when the start starts. We're then going to change the opacity on here to about 50%, and we're going to split it so that it happens every single time that there's no audio. So Control C, turn off these 2 layers, turn this, make this blue on the V, make the V3 blue, and then Control V on every single one of these pauses. All that's left to do now is to Control A, right click, nest everything, hit OK. All you would need to do now is simply just add your sound effects. So I'm going to add the pump sound effect right there. Then I'm going to add the whoosh sound effect, like that. I'm going to turn the pump sound effect up a bit, and then let's watch this through.
Been on that fucking nigga shit. Take a nigga bitch and then I pass her to the clip.
And there we go. We have managed to make Smuti's build-up effect If you like this tutorial and want to see more highlight editing tutorials on After Effects, Premiere Pro and Sony Vegas, make sure to subscribe, as well as leave a like, and in the comments below let me know what you want to see me cover next. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.